are live. We are live. Yes, we are going to spend some time here, doing some reaction based on what you have seen on the title. We are not going to waste much time. Just comment. Tell me where you are watching from. Yesterday, I got a lot of comments from different people all over the globe. I really appreciate your time, your comments. Please, if this is the first time you are watching this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, tell me what you think about the video, tell me where you are watching from. I would like to know. Okay, we are going to wait for some minutes before we start properly. We are going to wait for some minutes. Like the stream, comment, let me know where you're watching from. It is very, very important. It's very, very important. Okay, this is 1 minute. I will just wait for at least 2 to 3 minutes, then we start properly. Okay. Let me set the chat, live chat. Okay, so just put your comments, tell me where you're watching from, like the stream, click on the like button, tell me where you're watching from. Okay, we are now in 2 minutes some seconds. We are going to start immediately once it's 3 minutes. How are we all doing today? How are you? Where are you watching from? Like the stream, click on the like button. Let's do this together. Okay, I just want us to, because this is now 3 minutes in the program, we we are going to go through the issue still on the diversity. They told you that there is the strength of Nigeria, that you living together with the different people in the name of one country is actually your strength. That is actually what you shouldn't bother about it. That is what you should be proud of, right? That's what they always preach to you. They want you to see it as a good thing, see it as the only way for you to, make it in life, that Nigerian diversity is the best. That is what we are being often told. When the British people, okay, Diana, you are here. Thank you so much, Diana. We are here with you, Kai Report. Thank you so much, Diana. I see you. Thank you for your comment. You are the first person to comment and hit the like button. I'm sure of that. Okay, we are going to go through the diversity. They always, make it look like it's the best thing that happened to Nigeria. That whatever that Nigeria is going through now is actually good, because the diversity is very, very good for you. As if when you said that diversity is not good, that we shouldn't be together, in the name of one country, that it simply means that you hate another person. No, it's not so. That somebody like me and people who also believe in what I believe, that the diversity in Nigeria is actually a very big problem. Okay, is a very big problem. That is why you hear tribalism, nepotism, favoritism. All these things comes from the word diversity. Because if Nigeria is not diversified, like they said that is the best way to build a country, and people who are forcing you to manage it in their own country, they don't do that. Now we are going to look into it using the program from these people they called. I think the name of the channel is DW the 77% something like that. This channel that I have, I think they tried to interview, they invite PM in one of their program where the lady was a kind of trying to disrespect PM, and I'm sure that that lady is what I'm going to. She is the one that conducted the interview in Lagos State, and the interview that she conducted has happened to involve Igbo, Efik, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani. So we are going to look into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are going to look into it because you will see the mentality of the young people in Nigeria. They are banking on that diversity that is the strength. It's not because I am from Igbo and you are from Yoruba. The best thing for you to, if you really love your Yoruba culture or if you really love your Igbo culture, we need to preserve it. And if I like you, I will support you to preserve your culture. But a situation whereby I'm telling you, a situation whereby I am busy preaching to you that you should start, neglecting your Yoruba culture, neglecting where you come from, it simply means I am your enemy. And for you to have that, country that's full of different people, different ideology, different belief, and all that, you have to drop some of your culture for you to adapt with the system. Just like me, I have to drop my culture as well to belong to what you accept. But if we respect ourselves as Africans, we should not, undermine our own culture on the culture of your own brother or sister. Like from Igbo people, from Igbo region, if we want to, maybe we don't feel comfortable with culture from one certain group, and the same group don't feel comfortable to whenever I showcase my Igbo culture. We were told that Masna Makano requested that they brought this Ishiagu clothes, that Igbo attire, so that he'll be wearing it while going to court case and all that. And the Fulani people that are in charge of government said no, that they don't like Ishiago, that they feel uncomfortable with seeing people wearing Ishiago, that it look like intimidating. No, I'm just giving it as an example. I don't want to dwell on that because I don't have credible information about it. But if that is possible for somebody who lives in the same country with you, telling you that your Igbo attire makes him look threatened, or maybe he don't feel comfortable with it when he see you on that attire, probably because Isiago, that means that lion, okay, looks like it shows means authority and dominance and all that. I don't know how they interpret it, but that is not what it means in Igbo culture. This is our attire. This is what we are known for. Just like Ghanaians, they have this kind of their attire of Ghanaian people. So because you are from Nigeria, you don't feel comfortable with that attire, and you want to live in one country with Ghana people. So it doesn't work that way. People from Scotland don't have the same, the same culture, the same belief, maybe the same belief in terms of Christendom and all that. Christianity is same everywhere, right? But the language, the food, there are some differences between them and other part of other people in Europe. Yet they are the same color, just like we are the same color in Africa. But they learn not to embrace that diversity they are preaching to you. So when you listen to these people that I will play this video now, I'll play the video now, you will find out that they have believed, they believe that everything about them should, be, in Nigeria. They want that Nigeria so dearly. And they want you to neglect your culture and your value system. But in Nigerian circle, a lot of ethnic groups are involved, right? But the problem of Nigerian that makes it impossible, even if you want to manage it, is that one particular group in that groups happen to have very deadly ideology, and that ideology, there's no way it will work in the whole universe. Take it anywhere. With the ideology of Fulani people, it cannot work even within Europeans. It cannot work within Americans. Nobody in this world will accept it. Unless for you to live comfortable with them, you have to accept, conquest. You have to bend down, you have to go down just like the way they want you to go down. Now, let me start by playing this video because I think I have explained a lot about this. This is the video. This lady here, okay, just listen. This is the beginning of the video. Let's continue.
Lagos, Nigeria. And would you believe me if I told you that this country has over 300 ethnic groups? That's crazy to think about. And with that comes over 500 languages, making this one of the most diverse countries in the world. But that diversity can sometimes get in its own way, resulting to tribalism. And our question today is, can this country overcome it? And what can the older folk learn from the younger people?
First of all, she have admitted that it can bring problem, that leads to tribalism, right? Now, can anybody deny that Nigeria is not, the tribal issue is not one of the major problems in Nigerian politics, even in the day-to-day activities of Nigerians? Can anyone, deny that this tribal that this lady is talking about here is not actual problem in Nigeria? Of course it is. It is a known fact. Everybody knows that. That is why if you are an Igbo, you vote in Lagos, they will come after you. Okay? You are even people who say they are not Igbo, some deltas who say that they are not Igbo, they are deltas. I don't know what some of them believe. Everybody have their own names. Now, when people attack them in Lagos State, can you tell me that they are free from the attack? Those people are attacking Igbo people in Lagos during the election. Is people from Delta exceptional? No, everybody receive it with right. Whether you are just that you look like Igbo. Some Europeans were victims that they look just because they look like Igbos. That is tribal issue. That thing that Igbo people did that they don't want. Some Yorubas did it as well. Some voted for P2B. It's not only Igbo people, only Igbo people that voted for P2B in Lagos. But do they also receive the attack that meted on Igbo people in Lagos State during the election? The answer is no. Now you go to North. When each time riot begins in the North, maybe there's an issue between an Igbo man or Fulani people there in the North or anybody. Even when it happens between the Yoruba and the Fulani people, everybody from South will receive it. As long as you are not from their tribe, Yoruba people who did not do anything will also be attacked by the same people. Now listen.
Who better to ask than fellow Nigerians? Thank you all for joining us. But before we begin, I'd like to ask a general question.
Please, I don't know if the video is clear enough. I don't know if it's clear enough. Can you see?
Let me see by show of hands. Indirectly and directly. Okay, so quite a fair amount of you. Let's start with you, Emmy. What was that experience like, if you don't mind sharing?
It was very uncomfortable because essentially we are such a huge nation and we have so many languages. So hearing that you cannot have an opportunity to do something because you're from a minority tribe or from a tribe that is not central was actually very uncomfortable for me.
So was this something that happened where you were denied a service or you were denied work? Give us a few more details.
Okay, so the situation was I was in a relationship with someone and I was not allowed to marry this person because he was from another tribe. So it was kind of, uncomfortable. It was back and forth between families. But you don't know this person as I know him. So it's about the people, not about where they're from or what their people are like or what their people have done, etc., etc.
Okay, so Ubong raised his hand earlier and he's actually a historian. So before we continue with people's personal experiences, just take us back a little bit. Where does the idea of tribalism begin in Nigeria?
Well, the issue of tribalism begins in the pre-colonial period, okay? As you mentioned, Nigeria is home to multiple ethnic groups, so people existed in their different ethnic levels. And then we had the colonial period, okay, where the colonial masters then used the issue of tribalism okay, to rule the country for their benefit, okay. And then we had the post-independence period, that's the post-colonial period. That's where we had the coups, and then we had the counter coups, and then of course, you know, the first coup was there are different positions that it was an ethnic coup because of the selective targets, okay, of those that were involved. But there are also opposing arguments against that. Well, of course, that's the history. That's how it came down. I mean, the pogrom that followed after the second coup, which was a counter coup to the first coup. I mean, lots of people from the Eastern extraction were guilty, were dead, okay, and that was quite.
Did he say that the Eastern extraction people were guilty? Did I hear guilty? Anyway, let's continue.
Problem, and that has formed part of the whole fabric and of the whole system of Nigeria as a country.
Yeah, so a very dark and sometimes violent history because of tribalism. Let me hear from you, please.
Thank you, Edith. So, historically, we used to do infighting a lot. Pre-colonial period, there's a lot of infighting amongst the Yorubas. In fact, they do not call themselves Yorubas as a term or a tribe. It's a tribe they help them build. For the Hausas too, it is the same thing. They used to always fight amongst themselves. And the Igbos, especially the Igbos.
Now, this man talking here is Fulani man. He systematically removed Fulani from what he's saying. He used Hausa people to, you know, to include. He just include Fulani in the name of Hausa. He first of all he mentioned Yoruba, Igbo, then Hausa, then he didn't mention Fulani. To him, he belonged to Fulani, Hausa people. He did not mention that they conquered Hausa. He don't mention that, and he's here trying to lecture you on how you started living your life. What did he know about people who lives in that part of the world before their great grandfather, you know, entered through Hausa land and conquered Hausa people? Now listen.
Because the Igbos, they even have a saying that Igbo Amagieze, I'm not an Igbo, I'm Fulani Igbo. It simply means the Igbo has no king. In essence, they have no central authority. They are just towns. Let's say this is a town, another town, and they are always fighting from one town to the other.
So you've raised.
There is no history that Igbo people fight from one town to another. I have not heard since I was born that the people of Anambra, you know, engage people of Imo State in war, or people of if you're talking about maybe communal land dispute and all that, it do happen, and it happen everywhere in the world, which will be settled as well. At long run, it will be settled. So there's nothing like you know, this community waging war to another community just to force themselves on them or anything as such. There's nothing like that. And he is here trying to make it look like Igbos and Yoruba are good in fighting, you know, communal battle and all that, creating problems, and he exclude Fulani. In every statement he made here, he did not mention anything like Fulani, whereas they are the one doing everything and conquering others. Listen.
A very important point. Oh, I really love the enthusiasm here, but I have to center back the debate for a second. Walking around Nigeria today, I mean, I can't distinguish between an Igbo, a Yoruba, a Hausa. So how does it manifest?
Because you are not from Nigeria. You are not from that part of the world. I think this lady could be from Kenya or somewhere in East Africa. She looked like an East African. I don't think she's from West. I don't doubt. She's not from that part of the world. How can you know? Just like me, how it will be difficult for me to, you know, separate somebody from Uganda and from Botswana. It will be difficult for me to do that because I'm not from there.
Contemporary Nigerian life.
The other day I was online and then someone, you know, said that the Yoruba tribe like formed or made, you know, Nollywood, which is the third biggest movie industry in the world. People were saying, oh, no, this one was struggling, it's the Igbos. And this person said, no, it's the Hausas. And I was just thinking about something. I'm like, why do we have to bring the whole nature of tribe into this conversation? I'm from a minority tribe. We don't even make noise, but does it mean that I'm less talented? No.
Just like I said initially, there is no way you can take it away. We are not the same. That is a known fact. You see, you cannot try to force something that is not existing to, you know, you just force it on somebody. Like my first language is Igbo language. That is a known fact. There is no way you can, force any another language to replace my first language. That's what they're trying to do. You cannot change something that has been existing just like that because you want to change it. That means you are lying to yourself. There are some you can change in life, but not everything. Your first language is not, you cannot replace it. Even though you may, study another language, you may, learn how to speak at the second language, but that language must be second language. There's no two ways about it. You cannot change it. It is there, it is there. Your first language matters a lot. So if you want people to stop arguing back and forward because of, that is diversity. The diversity that they are telling you that, oh, it is your strength. This is the children of this. This is the ingredient of, having a Nigerian with different ideology, different group. Which that is what white man will come there when they want to, lie to Africans, because this thing they're saying, they're telling Nigerians today, they are also telling it in another. They will use it as if that is your strength, whereas that is your main problem. That diversity is Nigerian is the unique in they are very unique. Is a multi-ethnic group. You have the Nigerian strength lies in the diversity. We are here to support you in everything you are doing. That's how they put their speech. They will put it as if everything is okay. Don't worry, we are with you. Don't just bother. Everything is working. We are there for you. But that is not true. Something that they themselves forbid is what they're telling you that is your strength. How does that work?
Right now on social media, you can see people insulting themselves, people throwing jabs at each other, and I ask, where is humanity?
Yeah, okay, so you asked a very important question. Why the need to identify along tribal lines and not just as Nigeria, as Nollywood, as Afrobeats? Let's ask Henry here, because he works for a national agency of orientation, which is basically supposed to unite Nigerians. There's nothing intrinsically wrong with identifying with your tribe, is there? So where does the challenge come in?
Just like what she has said, a lot of things are now happening on social media. That's bringing back the memories that have been healed over tribalism back into our system.
Okay, let me talk to somebody who knows a little bit about social media, Samuel, who's a digital strategist. So does this imply then that it's young people, because they're the ones who are majority on social media, who have inherited this disease of tribalism?
Nigeria has about 300 ethnic groups, 500 languages. If you put people of different beliefs in the same place, there's bound to be disagreements, right? I think
this Oduduwa guy, he is the one who, I think his comment here is the only first comment in this video that, to me, that make very good sense. That is very sensible. Let me take it back so you understand what this guy said here. You understand that you bring different people together and you have to expect this kind of thing, which is true. That is the diversity they're talking about. Now listen, let
me talk to somebody who knows a little bit about social
just
media,
pay attention.
Samuel, who's a digital strategist. So does this imply then that it's young people, because they're the ones who are majority on social media, who have inherited this disease of tribalism?
Nigeria has about 300 ethnic groups, 500 languages. If you put people of different beliefs in the same place, there's bound to be disagreements, right?
Yes.
I think it's just generally natural that those things would happen.
Now, to avoid this natural problem that this guy admitted here that is the cause, the best thing is to let everybody go their separate ways. Do you understand? Oduduwa people are, we talk of population, they have it, landmark, they are enough, they have landmark, that is the landmark is enough for them to be a country. I'm telling you, we talk about anything, is it education system or anything at all, technical know-how, they have everything to stand on their own and be themselves and nurture their people, their generation to believe in their culture and stay with it. Not managing other people, trying to manage Fulani culture, manage Igbo culture, manage Efi culture, for you to be, before you know it, you spend all your life trying to be who you are not. Before you know it, you spend all your life trying to be who you are not. Just before Tinubu become president, Fulani people were telling you, and Fulani and Northerners were telling you that he's Baba, Shey Baba. This year, Baba was say, I don't know how they speak it in Hausa. That was the trend then. Because he's from their tribe. So, do you think if they see that their brother is not doing well, do you really think they will come out in mass to criticize their brother? The answer is no, because of tribal issue. And they're doing it for you that are not from their tribe, not to attack their brother. If you try to attack their brother, they unite, together against you. That is what Yoruba people are doing now. Now that Tinubu is in power, are you expecting Yoruba people to rise against their brother? No. That you see protests now is because of hunger. Apart from food, Yoruba people will not rise against their own. That's a fact, because that is their brother. Are you going to blame them for doing so? The answer is no. But if you give them their chance to to live in their own space, I dare you as a Yoruba man, come and do corruption in their midst, because they are all the same. They know you. They will not allow you. You will not last. If you manage to finish that your first tenure, they will not re-elect you again, because they know that you are not good for them. But if you bring other people together, because of other people in their midst, they will condone that their brother, to continue doing the evil they are doing. That is even. I'm just using Yoruba because the Tinubu is in power at the moment. The same thing with Igbo, the same thing with you, Fulani, everybody. Of course, you support your brother first. The only tribe that somehow, out of their gullibility and stupidity, that always want to attack their own is Igbo. Is the Igbo people. That's a known fact. I'm not capping here. That is just the truth. I'm not blaming the Yoruba people for supporting their brother. No, because that is what it should be. But if they have Oduduwa Nation today, and they voted for you to become their president, and you're doing this thing that Tinubu and Buhari, all these people are doing in politics, Nigerian politics today, Yoruba people will kick you out immediately. If you bring Biafra, and we elect somebody in a Biafra land, that person, siphon money, do you think that we just put hand and be watching the person? No. Just like when you are in your family and one of your brothers are misbehaving, it is very easy for you to rise up and question that your brother without any sentiment, because that is internal issue. By so doing, you see the country excelling. The country will be progressing in any arms or any arms of the government will be going very well. Now the judicial system in Nigeria is a joke because of tribal issue. First of all, Buhari allowed his brother to become chief justice of the federation just because of tribal issue, not by merit.
Young people learning off of you hear things like those Igbo people, the Yoruba people, similarities, right? And the younger people don't really care about the differences. If you ask everybody, we don't really care, right? The younger people have their own culture, their own belief systems, and I think this will thrive at the end of the day.
Okay, so I'm hearing here, I'm going to come to you in just a second. I'm hearing a lot of, we're really not tribalists, we don't care what tribe you come from, and yet you're telling me that in your politics, sometimes even in your relationships, tribalism is seeping through. Why is that? Let me hear from someone at the back here.
I would like to touch on the aspect of culture. I think that culture is meant, fundamentally to integrate us as a people. And the fact that he's maybe Igbo and I'm Yoruba, or he's Hausa, it doesn't change the idea and the fact that there is an aspect of individuality in everybody. So will I say that because if I have a bad attitude, for example, will I say that it's being Nigerian that made me have a bad attitude? No, it is me, Etajo Maria. Maybe I didn't take the training that my parents gave me. Maybe I didn't listen to them very well when I was growing up. That is what makes me have a bad attitude.
Okay, yes, I do. And because you mentioned, Ifani, I know you want to say something, but I want to come to Ikechuku for a second here, because we're hearing about the values that sometimes ascribe to you as part of your culture and your identity.
The reason why I say this is because, first, I'm Igbo by tribe, I'm Deltan by origin, I'm Yoruba by birth and naturalization, I am Hausa by marriage, and I'm Efik by maternal affiliation. So
You are just a confused man. You are just a confused man. You are Igbo by birth. You are Yoruba by this. you are Efik by this, you are Hausa by this, then who you are? Who are you? You are just yapping and talking nonsense. Because they, just like what the Fulani man said in the video that I played yesterday, that he was being, they born him in a certain village in somewhere in north, based him, landowner or the origin of that place. Can you just hear what somebody is yapping? Just let me take it back again. See his face. And tomorrow night he want to be, look at his name, Ikechukwu Daniel Okoweze. You see the confused. I know it's from Igbo people that will be talking this nonsense. People that have a Zig blood, talking nonsense. Just hear him again. Let me. Okay, just listen.
First, I'm Igbo by tribe. I'm Deltan by.
You are Igbo by tribe. So how do you become Igbo tribe? What makes you an Igbo tribe? I'm Igbo by tribe. I don't understand this guy. If you are an Igbo by tribe, then you are an Igbo. Simple as that. Don't say I'm Igbo by tribe. I'm Yoruba by birth. Because they gave birth to you in Lagos State makes you a Yoruba man. Is that what you think? That's how you people claim what you are not. They gave birth to you in Ogun State makes you are from Ogun State. Some people say that.
Origin. I'm Yoruba by birth and naturalization.
Oh, he's Yoruba by birth and naturalization. No more Nigeria. You are no more. Your nationality should be Nigeria. Since you love Nigeria so much, right? Your nationality should be Nigeria. Why are you saying I'm Igbo by tribe? I'm Yoruba by birth. So your mother gave birth to you in Lagos State. Automatically you're a Yoruba man. Crazy man.
I am Hausa by marriage, and I'm Efik by maternal affiliation. So I see. So how do you?
What about your grandmother affiliation? Maybe your grandmother should be from somewhere in Sabongere. These are a bunch of confused goats. Exactly, I'm strong, guys. I will go through your comment later. Yoruba for life. I will go through your comment. You are doing a very good. He's suffering from identity crisis. That is bad. Oh my goodness! Just listen. These are people that tomorrow now maybe he's a lecturer or maybe become a teacher. He will impart this kind of nonsense on the children, and the children will grow up with it. You know, when you see him with this afro hair, you think that he's the next this guy with his next will also that we have in town. Without knowing that nothing good comes out from his brain. Please, can you get anything reasonable from these people, because they are they are cowards and shameless, foolish and stupid people sponsored by the criminal politicians in Nigeria. They are all confused people.
But I find myself in this kind of position. So how do I become tribalistic? So I think it has a lot to do with the individual. And first, when I hear people say, I'm first a tribesman before a Nigerian, I say something which is highly essential. You need to be a human before you belong to a tribe. Now, you hear the houses calling the Igbos Yamiri. Now, the word Yamiri actually came from the term Yemiri, which means give me water. When you're trying to tell someone that they are bad people and you're calling them Aboki, you're telling someone, my friend, so your friend is a bad person.
You see, he's trying to use the derogatory word of Hausa and Fulani people against Igbo during the war, and he's trying to make it look as if there's nothing there. What was the condition of Igbo people when they said Yemimiri? What was the condition of Igbo people that they are buying them in the north and they're seeking for refuge in the north, asking people to give me water because they are seeking for their life? Can you discuss about the circumstances that surround the situation when the Igbo people were asking for Yemimiri? Can you explain it? He cannot do that. He just focused on the meaning of Yemimiri, the meaning of Aboki. The word Aboki means, according to Northerners, it means a friend. But the circumstances that surround it is that people that call Aboki are not there. You know, some of us from the south believe that Aboki people are kind of, They are not brushed. They are not civilized. They're somehow archaic. You know, that kind of thing. So it's true that the meaning of that word is this, but there's circumstances behind that surround that name. You know, some people may, you know, some people that are bear the name, like for example, what name will I use now? Something like something like maybe let me look for a name that is okay. Rebecca. You understand? They can pronounce it in a way that that will sound funny. You understand what I mean? So that you bear this name, you know the meaning of your name. People can also twist that your name just to insult you. That is what it is. So we are not here to be fooled by this kind of people. There's another Igbo man that you will hear in this video that we that's also for my hand as well. But let's continue.
So you see, when you point the finger at someone, so much is pointing at you.
Let me hear from Jibril for a second here. By the way, I love the choir that's happening in the background here. Yeah, yeah. So, Jibril, there are a few things that he said, and I want to give you a chance to.
I just want to build on what he said. Like the Nyemri he called, "Give me water." It's something that emanated. It's a slogan during the Civil War. So,
did you hear that? That is a slogan during the Civil War. But the so-called Igbo man navigates his way out from the real fact. Now, this Fulani guy or Hausa person is now reminding him that it's a slogan during the war. So, Yememiri, we of course, once we mention that Yememiri, it will trigger something in the minds of an Igbo person. It will remind you of the war, the situation of the war, what happened in the war. Do you understand? So, no Igbo man that knows the meaning of Yememiri, once you say that in Yemen, what it reminds us is situation of our people during the war. And they know this for a fact. They're not calling you in Yemen to praise you. They're calling just to remind you of what was happening, what was going on when they're saying that kind of thing. Do you understand? Just like people from Ghana, when you take Ghana must go back, it's an insulting word for Ghanaians. And some people are wondering why Ghana people don't like Nigeria. These are one of the things that gives problems that makes Ghanaians to hate Nigerian as well. Do you understand it? You want them to leave the country, and you design a bag that this bag, Ghanaian people use the bag to pack their goods or loads when they're leaving the country, and until today they're calling that bag Ghana must go. So what do you think that Ghana people will think when they hear Ghana must go back? So let's not deceive ourselves. We know this bad words and the insulting word that we are using against tribes and all that. It is there. Yeah, it's there.
You know, there's a way history used to affect us. So this new generation of, let's say, our sets, they don't see that as offensive. So, but when history is being taught to them, that's when they will now recall that, oh, so this is what this means. So eradicating history from the curriculum done by the then President Olusegun Obasanjo, which is a two-way thing. They brought eradication of history from the syllabus just to take off this civil war thinking, the tribalistic approach to things away from the newer generation.
Which is not good. You take away the history and you keep on perpetuating the same evil against people that you claim that you have conquered in the war. So how can we forget about the war when you are still doing the same thing that caused the war in the first place? How does that make sense? Now you are not extending that into Oduduwa people, to Yoruba people. You are not extending it to people that from Benue. You know, I was told that Benue people were actually the main heartbeat of Nigerian army during the war. That a lot of people from Benue were in the Nigerian army, and they stand tall. Like they are very, very, there are a lot of warriors from them, from that part of the country, that tied many Igbos during the war. That is the history. So if actually Nigerian government want to eradicate that kind of mentality and to avoid bringing the wolves back, there's many ways to do that. It's not about removing the history book. No, no country survive without history. No country survive without history. That is why an average Oduduwa person will tell you the history of Yoruba people. They will tell you how they the obas, the value system of that they have, everything about their culture. They preserve it, and that's how it should be. So the same thing with Igbo. But the country, they said it is united, that they want to bring everybody together to be in the country and be patriotic and do all those things they're claiming they want you to do. They are not also doing it. They don't show it at all, because if every now and then you see them repeating the same thing over and over again.
But as it stands, it has its pros and cons.
Let me hear from Ifeanyi for a second, because you've been wanting to speak for a while, and I want to find out from you, is there this disconnect between the young generation and the older generation? The older generation being the ones who went through the Civil War, who really know about the scars of tribalism.
Yeah, so the big disconnect.
Now, this guy is Ifeanyi. Who did he dress like? Look at him. And because if I've noticed, all the people making comment here, they're dressed in one way or another. Can you mention anybody that represent Igbo in all this video that put on any Igbo attire? That means a lot of Igbo people who have this love, probably from their maternal side, because their mama is from somewhere in Plateau State or Zamfara or somewhere in the north. They always dress like Hausa people, trying to impress their maternal side. You understand? And they want to make comment on behalf of Igbos. At the same time, they want to represent the Igbo people, and they are representing by putting their interests on somewhere they maybe their mother or their grandfather, like the other guy said that he's Igbo, he's Yoruba, he's Efik, he's outside. Only him is come from different tribe. Just one man come from different tribe. You understand? They are doing everything to make Nigeria to become one, just to make it to be untouchable, which have been the agenda from the one. Only Igbo people are pushing for that. Go and read before Nigerian independence, what happened. Even I think Awolowo was also telling Zik they should not, that they should go their separate way. But Zik was the one forcing everybody to be together. And that Zik blood is still in some of our people. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, our land would have been bye-bye. That is just the fact. Let's continue.
I see that very unequivocally. During the election, these past elections, it was very, very obvious, very clear, where the elder ones, they kind of like relaxed and they want to put too much pressure. They were just comfortable where they were. You get, it's almost like they were subdued. You get, the young ones wanted to move forward. They see other things on social media, how other countries are moving forward, their parents and everything. And they want to like, what's happening? We have all the resources, we have everything. Why are we still here? You get, the whole NSAS thing showed how unity is actually is very, very unanimous with our younger generation.
Now, he mentioned NSAS. Did this man remember that Fulani and Hausa people were protesting against youth of Nigeria, protesting against NSAS, protesting for against us? They were there in Abuja, protesting against the Yoruba youth, Igbo youth, and all the southern parts, protesting in different states in Nigeria. Only in the north, no state in the north were protesting, but every state in Yoruba land, Igbo land, south, everywhere, every youth were protesting. But the same Fulani Hausa youth came out to attack their fellow youth, and this guy don't want to make. You see, when they are lying, they don't remember what they have done in the past. He's here representing the north and speaking on behalf of Igbos. Look at it. Look at him. He's here. Without seeing this guy's name, without seeing his name, will you believe that this guy comes from Igbo, that he has anything to do with Igbo? Look at his face. Look at his body structure. Look at his his clothes, the attire that he put on, does this guy look anything Igbo? From his cap to his clothes, everything. Does he look like, look at his nose? Is this not Fulani nose? This is Fulani people. What is the difference between this face with the Buhari face?
The Muslim prayed at the toll gate and the Christian gathered.
See, he's not celebrating the Muslim prayed and the Christian gathered. Then Muslim from where? From which part of Nigeria? Was it not the Yoruba people? Yoruba youth that are Muslim were praying. That is just a fact. Did you see Northern? Any state in the north? They said they have a lot. How many states in the north? I think they said 12 states, right? Did you see, apart from Abuja, where Yoruba and Igbo people also dominate? Did you, apart from Abuja, did you see any protests in the Kaduna, in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Meduguri, in Jigawa? Did you see any protests, youth protesting there? But now, what happened? Now Tinubu is the president. What are we seeing? Every part of the north are protesting and claiming that they are hungry. Hunger that were there, wiring everybody in the north during their brother Buhari. But they don't want to bring their brother down. All the target now is to push Tinubu aside, of course, and Chidinma may be the next. They are pushing it in a different way. The only few months of Tinubu as a president, they can't bear it. Or why not us? Because that's what they used to do. To them, Nigeria belongs to them. And when you talk about freedom, some fools from South will rise against you. You are creating problem. There's a strength in diversity. We should be together. And the person who created you as a country don't have that diversity in them. Even though the people that surround them are Christians and have similar ideology and belief and faith, yet they don't want to be in European Union. British people ran away from European Union. There's a reason for that. Is any European country, any European Union, did you see any country that's a Muslim country in Europe, apart from Turkey, which they don't even allow them to join the European Union because they are Muslim? Not that they live very far from Europe, no. But they don't want them. But every other part, that is every other European country, they unite together, form the European Union, and Britain still want to go. They don't want that diversity. Diversity that even very, very similar to what they have, or it's just only language. But they now take flight and come down to Nigeria and start telling you that there's a strength in your diversity in Nigeria, that you should stay together. From a loyal company, Niger, to Nigeria as a country. And people will be, praising them and singing praises of British. That's why Ojo Kano could go to England and come back and start telling Igbo youth that no, this reference that you are looking for is not coming because I have talked to people that matter from England to tell you how your land will be in the 21st century.
After they finished, the Christians started praying, the Muslims got everywhere. You get, so it was very, very beautiful for me to see, to witness.
It's beautiful.
So I think our older
see.
generations are holding us back because of the things that happened. The British came in, divided everywhere, and then they now started using that as a system. It's almost they put it as a system because it's not visible. That's why when you were speaking about National Orientation Agency, I think we need to be very, very black and white about things. We need to be very honest. If you're very honest, you can see things the way they are, and then be able to point it out. You get.
So let me get some practical examples. Anyone here who has parents who are very tribalist and it makes you uncomfortable? Anyone? Or whose parents hold views that you're like, I, mama?
Anyway, my dad used to tell me at a time that I should not marry from a particular tribe. And I began to wonder why. I have asked him several times, he will not answer me. He will just tell me, please don't go and marry from that tribe. And unfortunately for him, when I got to the university, my closest friend happens to be from the...
You see this Oduduwa guy. Once you see him, you know that he's a Oduduwa guy. From his attire, the way he talks, he's representing his culture. Then compare it with this Efulef not here. This Efulef. Compare this guy now with who represent their people. Look at him. If you ask him, my mother is from Zamfara. I am Sokoto by birth. I am Igbo by maternal affiliation. I am Hausa by father. business. I am Yoruba also by renting house in somewhere in Oduduwa land.
So let me ask Kemi, because you started us off with the story about marriage. What is a big deal in marrying outside of your community, according to the people who are against it?
Okay, so I'm from Bayelsa State, and essentially my people are termed a minority tribe because we don't make up, a large number of the people in Nigeria. We are a small tribe, so marry somebody from our tribe and just, continue the lineage, continue the culture, that's what they want.
Don't you risk marrying your cousin if you're such a small tribe?
It actually happens. Yes, it does happen, and I don't think it's frowned on. It's just not too close to home. But I think after which I would say that marriage didn't work out, not because of what they did, it was because the two of us agreed mutually that we should not continue with the relationship.
The gentleman here.
All right, I'll start with this. I was first an African.
Please hear this. Ofogri. This guy is the worst of them all. He's about to talk. The worst of them all. Just wait. The worst of them all is about to make comment. Just listen.
I think that personally, I fear that in the coming years, if we continue marrying like that, maybe we might not have Bayelsa.
Okay, let me hear from the gentleman here.
All right, I'll start with this. I was first an African before I became a Nigerian. I was a Nigerian before I became an Igbo person.
Oh my goodness. Look at him. That is why Igbo people are where we are today. We have a lot of nonsense in our midst. A lot. So many of them. That is, if you see anybody defending Igbo like PM is doing, and man can respect them. It is not easy to, teach or lecture stupid people. It is one of the most difficult tasks to do on the surface of earth. Now listen, this guy started when he said I'm a human before I become an African. You think that, oh wow, this guy is hitting punchline, right? Now I am Nigerian before I am Igbo. Now listen, let me take it back. Oh my goodness, this is what of them all.
If we continue marrying,
sorry that I'm going back and forward. I just wanted to pay attention to that guy.
Okay, let me hear from the gentleman here.
Now listen. I'll start with this. I was first an African before I became a Nigerian. I was a Nigerian before I became an Igbo person. I work with mostly people from the north and from the west. Do you understand? Even when I go back to Abuja, there's a job I'm supposed to resume from somebody who is from the north. So my personal experience having to work with these different kind of people makes me want to know more about their culture, their religion, their tradition, and every other thing. Whenever I come across some posts.
My brother, Yoruba for life. His name. You are asking what is his Nigerian name? His Nigerian name is he's a first Nigerian before he become an Igbo. That is Igbo. To him, Nigerian exists before Igbo. Just like somebody from Oduduwa land, we say that I am a Nigerian before I become Yoruba. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like I am Nigerian before I become Igbo. I pity my tribe, honestly.
On social media, it's being that tribalistic. It doesn't make sense. Younger generations, we need to put our heads together, go back to history, make research, and see how we can put heads together and make Nigeria work.
Okay, so I just want somebody to clarify something for me. Because
you want to put your head to make Nigeria work. Okay, put your head to make it work. That is putting head to make Nigeria work is what Access Bank is it managing director or whatever the guy holding Access Bank, the one that buying in US. He's putting head also to make Nigeria work. Putting head to make Nigeria work is what is buying soldiers in Meduguri in Zamfara. You pick a form as you want to defend your dear country Nigeria. Then they will send you where you will put your head to make it work.
It seems that the issue of tribalism comes up when it's intimate relationships, right? So not marriage. What about business? What about politics? Let me hear somebody who wants to respond. And then
So I witnessed tribalism when I was still in secondary school. A friend of mine who was my namesake, but he was a Delta Igbo, he was not from across the Niger. I was across the Niger. And we got the same course of McKinney Ben. Engineering. He got it, I didn't get. Started questioning and everything. I went through different places. I started hearing that because I'm from Delta, across the Niger, like Imo, Anambra, and the rest, my cut-off mark has to be higher than a certain level. So people who got less than that from the other, from the northern part and everything, they get into school, and you don't get into. My sister didn't get into school. So imagine, like, okay, it's happening on a secondary level, at that level, education. Imagine what's going to happen: politics, business, every other thing. So I think National Orientation Agency, I don't think they've addressed all these issues.
well, here is the National Orientation Agency.
Okay, but I will tell you that National Orientation Agency is doing a lot. We are the government.
But he's saying you're doing nothing.
That's what I'm about to tell you. We are the only government agency, apart from security agency, that is present in all the 774 local governments. And so we have programs that are set in place to address tribalism. One of them is building a people of peace. Government also has put measures in place.
National Orientation Agency that this guy is talking here. Ask him how do you get the job in that National Orientation Agency. You find out that he's dominated by one particular region or one particular tribe. Do you understand? So there's no office, government office in Nigeria that you can say, wow, that the quota system is working. Is it lie? Or is it military? People from Boko Haram, the easiest way to join, become Nigerian military is to, not now, they can give you form now because there's a lot of crisis that need many people to buy, especially from the south. So to pick up Nigerian military form is very easy, unlike before. Before you have to go through hell. You have to change your name to Musa before they will give you the. But now there's many places to deploy you. Of course, they will give you form immediately so that you can put your head, like this guy said that he will put his head.
Establish some government agencies. One of them is Federal Character Commission. You mentioned the other time that it appears tribalism only happens in marriages, interrelationships. So not only that, it doesn't only happen there. It doesn't only happen in politics. It's also happening in government circle. But government has noticed that and has put a government agency in place to ensure that, yes, such things are curtailed. And one of them is Federal Character Commission.
Okay.
I think we should do. I need to bring a little bit of history to that. So we shouldn't lose sight of what tribe is.
By the way, let's just clarify that for a second, because I only ever hear the word tribe in relation to.
Chadila, I don't know if that's your name. Don't insult anybody here. The guy is what he's saying here. You need to learn. If you don't know what he's saying, read his comment. What he's saying is the facts. So if you don't know about Nigerian, or maybe you're Nigerian and you don't know about why you become Nigerian, what were you before Nigerian become a country? Go and check, read your history. Don't insult him. What he's saying here, Yoruba for life. His comment here is. He's educating you. If you can read, just read, go through his comment. What he's saying here is fact. Don't distract people, please.
To Africa, when we go to the northern hemisphere, they're referred to as ethnic groups. What's the issue there? Why?
Well, I think that shouldn't be a problem. I think we should focus on what tribe is as a word, and it's not a bad thing. It is group identity. The problem is tribalism, which is the behavior. Okay, tribe is a basic human instinct. It's a basic, just like hunger, just like appetite for this or for that. Okay, that was how humans survived in pre-civilization era. They had to come together. Okay, so that character, that trait, moved from pre-civilization era to the modern state that we are now. There is a tendency to find comfort in your community. Okay, there's a tendency to find refuge.
But there is a reason for the tribe. That's the question. That tribalism you are talking about, there's something that made it to be so. How can I show tribalism to someone that is the same thing with me? Just like somebody who is a Lagosian showing tribalism to a Lagosian. How does that work? It's not possible. Because I am what you are. That is why diversity is actually killing Nigerian as a people, as a country, they said. So there's no way you can make it look better.
In your community where you can...
Guys, you only 8 people managed to hit the like button in the live stream. Currently we are 53 watching, and only 8 people, all in 60 minutes of the program, only 8 people managed to hit the like button. Maybe I assume that you forgot. Please, I'm reminding you now. Maybe you forget to do that. I'm reminding you now to hit the like button, like the stream, click on the like button. It is very, very important, so that the video will actually get to other people to watch. Maybe those who have watched this video and think that these people are making sense, we understand the nonsense they have committed here, especially those ones that claim they're from Igbo.
Identify with people. I think what we have to do is to repurpose that. Okay, do I find safety in the other tribe? Do I find safety in the man coming from Yoruba, coming from Igbo? That's it, yeah.
Just humanity. When humanity comes into the picture, you don't have to worry whether or not you would find safety in the hands of a Hausa person or if you are Igbo, because kindness is supposed to be a universal thing. Given that you're Hausa, you're Yoruba, you're Igbo, it should not be a problem at all. And I think that from the
mind you, this video was uploaded 3 months ago in the page, but the problem is that they have 5 people in Benue for how long now? And this guy is here telling you that you shouldn't feel unsafe in the hands of other tribe. But one tribe is pushing fear in everybody, and she pretend not to see that. Like Diana said previously that most of them were paid to do this, but I don't think, maybe they were paid, but it sounds like they were paid. But to me, the level of stupidity and the gullibility in the youth of Nigerian is second to none. How can we cannot be one? How can we be one? We are not one. That's just, you cannot pretend about this. That's a known fact.
outside world, they don't see us as that. They see us as Nigerians. And I think that we should carry ourselves in that one accord as one people, because the truth is, when I see you in school, I don't ask.
The reason why it's difficult for you to carry everybody along is because you are not one. Do you understand? Is people from have you seen any British people telling you we need to carry ourselves along because we are one? Or you go to Australia, we need to carry ourselves along because we are one. Any country that always tell you one Nigeria, one family is actually, it simply means that you are not one in the first place. You are just using that to push a narrative. If you are one, you don't need to be repeating it every time. Or okay, one Yoruba, one Oduduwa, or one Biafra. We are one. We are one people, one Biafra. If you are not one, we are not one.
What state do you come from? Oh, my Nigerian brother. When I see you in America, we are Nigerians. When I see you in Ghana, we are Nigerians.
Hold on, let me give Victor
Maybe you have not traveled outside. That's why you're saying that.
The whole NYC thing, Nigerian Youth Service Corps, the first time I came to the West in Lagos, I'm from Plateau State. The first time I came to Lagos in the camp, I had people refer to me as Hausa. But because a lot of people in the West here or South think that anyone that's from that region is just generally Hausa, I've experienced tribalism in that sense, and it's actually not a good thing. So it was very weird to me, because the NYC is supposed to like unite Nigerians, bring us together, but even there you have people being tribalistic to you. So I feel like we also need to, even as Nigerians, individuals, also need to...
You forgot that before you got admission also, they showed you tribalism and whatever you call it. They have showed, that is why your cutoff man from you, from Plateau, is different from the people from Igbo land. It's not the same. You from Nasarawa, you from Jigawa, you from anywhere. As long as it's not northern part, it's different from the south. So when a Yoruba guy is working to get to a 200 cutoff mark in JAMB, you from the north are looking for 30 or 20. So the same course in one country. And you are here, you did not notice it until you are now in the NYC. That's when you notice that you are not the same. People.
Go back and unlearn and relearn these things too. Yeah.
Well, I would like us to take note of two things. Now, there is a particular term in religion. We call it ecumenism. Now, if I'm a Christian, you are a Muslim. I will respect the practices in your religion. Then we relate together. Now, I don't want us to be dwelling on what colonial masters did in the time past. Nigeria will be 63 tomorrow. So let's consider the spirit of nationalism. That's the way forward. If I see myself as a Nigerian, you see yourself as a Nigerian, we uphold the spirit of nationalism. The issue of tribalism will die down gradually. Thank you.
So before we move on too far, how exactly does government use tribalism to manipulate? Let's start with how. Let's start with how first.
I don't think the government plays a role in this. I think it is us. Who makes up the government? Individuals. Who makes up the system we're complaining about? Individuals. So these people, you, me, if one of us, they say it takes one person to change a situation. If each of us...
This guy is another... Say the government is free from this government that creates how many local government in the north? Only in Kaduna State have more local government than the entire Southeast. Kaduna have more local government than the entire South. Who is your representative as a? You said you are from minority group, right? How many people represent you in the federal, and how many represent someone from Kaduna State? Speaking English it does not mean that you are smart or that you know something. The way you stand in your while speaking English does not make you a most smart person. Or sometimes it does not even count your IQ, to know how intelligent and how smart you are. Look at this. Some people
can imbibe this thing. This unanimous decision to unite as a nation. We will all be united. If I don't see this guy as Yoruba, I don't see this guy as Igbo, I don't see her as... we would all unite. But because we're expecting government, who is the government? I think we should just stop saying it. It's annoying.
We have failed to mention two other very big institutions that play a part in tribalism, and that's our family and religion. And they ingrain some values, they ingrain some principles into you. And then you go, and then from your family, you move into school, and then from school, while you're in school, you're also part of a religion, and I don't even want to go there, but we are...
No, go there. You have to go there. You have to go there. You have to go through that religion. I was expecting her to say something about religion, and you want to run away. Wow. You have to go there and explain it very, very so that we can understand how religion have a role to play. And you don't want to go there yet. You want to make points. You want to bring solution. But the main place that you need to touch, where the problem lies, you are running away from it. You are running away from it. Like the other lady that just spoke before her said that the government is not the issue. That the problem is we. They know ordinary civilians that don't make even decision of anything. They don't make any decision at all in what is going on in their day-to-day activities. The means of your transportation are you the one making it? The government will make it for you. The way your school, your hospital, that family you are talking about, how they survive to even train you in school, government have a role to play. And you are now exonerating government from that, and you want to blame the victim.
And we know that until these other institutions take the issue of tribalism seriously and find a way to make sure that it is curtailed, even the government would try, and it will look like pouring water into a basket. Now, let me tell you one thing. I traveled, and then someone was telling me, oh, where are you from? I said, oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, which state? I said, Cross River. Oh, you are Igbo. I said, I'm not Igbo. And this man argued with me that I am Igbo. I have a tribe. It is just minor, but I have a tribe. It's actually very insulting to just, like he said, because he's from Plateau State, they say his house. It's so unfair. So these things, I feel like education should play a huge part. We should learn and know the...
So if you find it offensive when someone says that you are an Igbo, and you want to, maintain that you are from Efik or whatever your tribe is, that is good. Then why are you saying that you are Nigerian? You first of all answer Nigerian. So you answer Nigerian is not a problem, but someone calling you a Nigerian is not a problem, but someone calling you Igbo is an offense. Do you see the hypocrisy here? Let me take it back.
That I am Igbo.
No.
I have a tribe.
You have a tribe,
and that's our
so
family.
is your tribe Nigerian? Since you want to be identified with your tribe, why then you first answered Nigerian? Now listen.
Government. Who is the government? I think we should just stop saying it. It's annoying.
Now listen
We
to
have
her.
failed to mention two other very big institutions that play a part in tribalism, and that's our family and religion.
Okay.
And they ingrain some values, they ingrain some principles into you. And then you go, and then from your family, you move into school, and then from school, while you're in school, you're also part of a religion, like, you know, and I don't even want to go there, but we agree and we know that
Okay.
until these other institutions take the issue of tribalism seriously and find a way to make sure that it is curtailed, even the government will try, and it will look like pouring water into a basket. Now, let me tell you one thing. I traveled, and then someone was telling me, oh, where are you from? I said, oh, I'm Nigerian. Oh, which state? I said, Cross River. Oh, you are Igbo. I said, I'm not.
Fine. Deji, let me answer you. I have your time now. She said that someone asked her, where are you from? She said Nigerian. Then the person said, where in Nigeria? Where in Nigeria? So now, if truly you are Nigerian, if truly all of you believe that Nigerian that is the name, right? Why did he come up with that question, where in Nigeria? That means you come from somewhere. And the same group where they gather here, someone have said that he's an African, he's a human before Africa, fine. That he is a Nigerian before Igbo. Deji, are you Nigerian before Yoruba? I know you ran away now because I mentioned your name. Yeah, you said that she is not. You said that she is not wrong. Yes, because you yourself you have your tribal issue as well. Your problem, the reason why you made this comment here, because he mentioned that he's Igbo. Because most of you from Oduduwa land feel uncomfortable when somebody from Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, said that they are Igbo. Most of you feel very, very uncomfortable with that. And there in Oduduwa land, that you have different people as well among you. So if you can accept and accommodate, like some of you claim that Bini also belong to Yoruba. Some of you believe that, right? So if I say no, if I join Yoruba people that say no, you are not say no. You said I am Yoruba before Nigerian. Then what do you have to say about her? She said that she's Nigerian before Cross River. That's why she said I'm a Nigerian before Cross River. It's a common sense. Where are you from? She said I'm a Nigerian. Fine. She can identify anything she wants. Cross River is not Igbo. Because we don't conquer like Yoruba people conquer. Go on, you're a Yoruba person. Go and read your history now. I'm not here to side anybody. I'm telling you the way it is. Yoruba people also conquered other people that have. That is why you have more central language than Igbos. If Yoruba are like Igbos, you will penetrate into other people's language than what we have today. That is it. You don't cap about it. It's a pure truth. I will not lie to you. It's a pure truth. So you are not the first person that I have noticed this. Many Yoruba people feel so uncomfortable when somebody from southeast, like Calabari, that everybody, even Wike said that he's not Igbo. Wike said that he's not Igbo. Sondo Lise, that played for Nigeria, said that he's not Igbo. Somebody that his next door neighbor was one of the people that organized coup that they paid him a lot of Igbos for that. Do you know that people from Anoma say that they're not Igbo? Deji, because people like you are the one preaching to them. They're not. People like you. Because when I say Yoruba, I'm talking about people like you, not all the Yoruba. Do you understand, Deji? You are one of the problem as well. So you are the people who say that Kwara State, yes, Kwara State, Edo is not Yoruba. There is nothing wrong with what she said. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with what she said, but what she said that she's a hypocrite. Identify yourself as a cross river is okay. You are a cross river. You are from cross river. You are cross. I'm not pushing you to become Igbo. What I'm saying here is that she said that she is not Igbo, and she argued with the person. But when the person was asked her, you say you are Nigerian. Where in Nigeria are you from? She don't find any. She find it a kind of why must you? But when you mention Igbo attached to that, it's become problem. Do you really think that Igbo people care about you become Igbo? If you truly Igbos care about that, we would have quietly conquered them for a very long time. Because in terms of manpower, education, population, we have what it takes to conquer them. You say that Edo is not, but some of you say that Edo is. The Oba of Bini to you come from Oromia. Go and read the history. Yoruba penetrated down to Bini Kingdom. Yoruba conquered. Do you agree or not that Yoruba conquered people? They conquer people. So why are you here trying to say Igbo don't? And the only tribe they always tell people, no, don't allow Igbo will take your land. Igbo is because that is what people want them to believe on. I'm telling you, many people in Cross River believe that they are Igbo. I have seen a lot of them. One of my friends also said that he's Igbo. So do we expect me to say no, you are not Igbo? The answer is no. I can't tell that because you have right to identify. Maybe your parents will tell you who you are. I cannot tell you because somebody said that he's not Igbo. Did you see any Igbo person calling meeting for him? Come here, you are Igbo. No. But after you people saying, people like you, Deji, after you said all those things, you still come back to punish Igbo for offense that those people that you said they're not Igbo committed. Chukwuma Kaduna is always from where? He is from Delta State. If I ask you, Deji, is Delta State an Igbo land? You said no. But you people cried because why I'm saying you people, you are just like Fulani. I see also you are the hypocrite. You are because they cried Igbo people in 1967 during the Biafran War and all those things they did because of what? That Chukwuma Kaduna Zogo and other people, plan the coup, right? After they did the coup, and what happened? The coup that even Yoruba people participated. Hausa participated. Fulani, Igbo, Middle Belt. But who received the punishment? Igbo. Just like in the people that saw a woman that they beat the woman up in Lagos State during the election because she looked like Igbo. And one of them also is a Yoruba lady. A Yoruba Oduduwa girl. They beat her also because she looked like Igbo. Deja, of course, I know you are part of the people that does that. Okay? Rotimi Ameji said he is an Igbo. Yes, Rotimi said he's an Igbo. But his brother, what is the name of this guy? The one that always talk like he have something in his throat. Former governor Wike said that he's not. If any of them that help Ben, even what is his name, the one that always follow Igbo people to do movie and everything. What is the name of this? Is it Kate Ensha? Said that she's not Igbo, she's not Biafra. Peter Obi said that he's not Biafra. So when people like you, Deji, if you manage to convince anybody to say what they want to say, it does not mean anything. Yoruba people who are well grounded know who they are. I'm not against you conquering other people. No, I'm not. That's your. I'm not against it. That many people did that in the olden days. It's a normal thing. If someone called me Edo, I will say I am not Edo. No, nobody called Yoruba people Edo. You people called Edo Yoruba. So I think you don't know your history. It seems like I'm wasting my time on somebody who don't even know what she's saying. You don't know what you're talking about, Deji. I think you should learn from Yoruba for life. Read his comment, learn from him. He will teach you, okay? He's your brother. I think, yeah, please, Yoruba for Life, you can just welcome Deji. Lecture him. He need to be in your class. You are more educated and more learned, more grounded than this guy. Read what he's saying. You are here yapping nonsense. You don't know where you come from, and you want to make a comment.
And this man argued with me that I am Igbo. I have a tribe.
Yes.
It is just minor, but I have a tribe. It's actually very insulting to just, like he said, because he's from Plateau State, they say he's Hausa. It's so unfair. So these things, I feel like education should play a huge part. We should learn and know because even us here, we are all doing even some of you don't even know the other states in Nigeria, apart from Imo State, Anambra. You don't know other states. And I think we should all educate ourselves very well so that we know we treat each other with respect.
There's no crime. So no, hold on.
Now, Deji, this guy, listen to one of your classmates. Listen
That
here.
we respect.
All right, let me come to you.
Because you said I'm hypocrite. Listen very well. He said she's right. Now listen to what somebody in the same group said. Listen.
Something, and we just saw a player right now. Now she was offended because she's from Cross River State, and they said.
And you that he said that she was not offended. When I said she was not offended when the guy called she's free comfortable to identify herself as Nigeria. But immediately when the Igbo attached to that, because she must have been staying very close to people like you, Deji, that always do this divide and rule. You carve Igbo people out and put in another place. I'm not saying they carve Cross River. No, Cross River, they are on their own. Do you understand? They are different tribe. Even in an Igbo today, in Igbo land, there's another tribe. Nsuka is a tribe in Igbo land. If you don't know it, we are not like you people that always hide your bad tribes you have in Yoruba land. To you, everybody is the same. So we are not. We are able to identify where you come from in an Igbo. Today in Igbo land, I can hear what people from rivers like Karabari speak when they speak Igbo. I understand better than when somebody from Soka speak, or somebody from Hozara, or somebody from Tezi, somebody from Oboto. I can't even understand even a word in Oboto language. It's in the state. Say Middle Belt is a nation. Now listen, I will be offended if someone misidentify me. Calabar is not a tribe of Igbo. This guy, I think you don't understand what I'm saying. I did not say Calabar is a tribe in Igbo language. In Igbo, what I'm saying is that the Calabar is a tribe on its own. But the guy, this lady, feels so offended, okay, that she is being called Igbo, and you don't know the reason why the person called her Igbo. There's a reason for that. Do you understand? Which I'm not here to tell you because you don't deserve it.
She was Igbo. Is there any crime being an Igbo person? Actually, there's no crime. So no, hold on. I'm going somewhere. Hold on, I'm going somewhere. Hold on, I know, I'm going somewhere. You got a bit upset because you are trying to make them understand that there are other tribes outside the major tribes, right? Now, that is stated, but I don't see the reason why you should be upset because, hold on.
Your name is Chinedu and someone is saying your name is Adams. No. You cannot rule out your identity.
Okay. Hold on. Before we start throwing hands, let's.
The reason of this program is to let you know that diversity is the issue in Nigeria. It's one of the major issues, and white people often tell you that diversity is actually your strength. So what you see here, they are here to make a kind of shared idea that Nigeria must work and everything must be perfect. We must unite. We must accept. We must be tolerant to other people, to accept their tribe and their belief and everything, right? And they are here. They are throwing banter. Do you understand? Because from what this guy said here, you understand that the lady is not even happy with this guy now, because he said there's nothing wrong, being Igbo, that he don't see anything wrong with that. And this is not the best way to tell everybody that you have your own tribe. Nobody drags your tribe with you. Even people who consider themselves as Igbo today also have the same issue. They have this kind of, they want to be themselves, they want to maintain their tribe. In Enugu State, for example, Nkano people have their own culture, what Nkano people are known for, to compare people from Udi. But they are all Igbo. Do you understand? So when you hear Igbo, does not mean what, like Igbo is not just a family, just one language. No, Igbo have different dialects, and I believe that there's also that different dialects in Yoruba land as well. Thank you. You see why I said that that you should start, attending your class. This is what this guy said. Yoruba for life. Igbo, Yoruba, Middle Belt, Hausa, Ijo are nations, not tribes. So nobody for you to be, but the guy was offended because she have stayed with many people like Deji, that they're unable to separate tribe from nation, like what this our brother said here. But Deji is here trying to, because Deji, you are one of the tribal problem. Your own tribalism is beyond. Even if you do what people go to them, you will be attacking people from another tribe in Yoruba land, that they are more lesser Yoruba than you. I know the people like you, we have it also in Igbo land.
Take a deep breath, make your point.
Okay, so the thing is, you're not supposed to be upset that someone is mistaking your identity. Rather, you educate them.
Okay, Ikechukwu, let me throw the question back at you, because it's similarly to when you travel outside of the continent and you say you're Nigerian and you're introduced to a Kenyan and you're told, well, you all are Africans. There's something about erasing your identity, and I think that's the point that she was trying to make. Let's hear from you, Victor.
Yeah, so I just want to tell him that. I just want to say same thing you just said. It's not about being offended. It's about your identity. Your identity is about you, who you are. Like my identity is being swept away. I don't like it. I want to be called a Mukuman for who I am, not because just because you assume I'm from a certain place, so you just generalize it.
Now, this guy from Plateau State, your own case is different from this lady own. You are in the midst of a conquered region. North is conquered by Fulani. You can't tell me anything different. Can Hausa people boldly come out and say, no, I want to maintain Hausa. I want to be, don't call me Hausa Fulani. We are Hausa people before Fulani. Have you seen any Hausa man bold enough to say that in public? The answer is no. The answer is no. You cannot say that at all, because people like this guy don't even realize that Plateau State is under attack by Fulani people. They have taken the north, and you can't do anything about it. That is why they're penetrating into Yoruba as well, using Kwara State, trying to claim Kwara. Kwara belongs to Yoruba. It has nothing to do with the north. But out of okay, let us just allow them to be here. They want to claim Kwara, which is originally belonged to Choma. Forget about it. Don't reply don't reply Deji. Leave that guy. Leave him alone. Leave him. Just forget about it. Forget about the guy. I don't want to block him. He's full of himself. I know. I have seen many people like Deji. There's one guy that have a platform. You do what guy? Before now, when Biafran said that we are, his own problem is that Biafran people, like Igbo people, claim that some of us say, oh, we are from we are linked with the Jew. That thing annoyed that guy so bad that he did a program for that. He's a do person. So I don't want to use the bad egg to attack or say something not good, something bad about Yoruba people, because even in Igbo land also we have people like you, Deji, many of them. So I am used to people like you, Deji. Whatever you want to say, you go on and say it. The program is not for you, but I'm happy that people who this Cross River girl have been with are in a platform like you, deceiving other people. When it comes to punishing Igbo people for an offense that people you say they are not Igbo committed, you will focus on Igbo people and their property. And the same you will say, go. All these Igbo people, they are here, they want to take over. But when other things happen, you want to separate them. Oh, you are not Igbo. If this guy now commits something, maybe in Lagos State he says something that place that a property that belong to Yoruba people. This day he will come to do. He will come out and Igbo people. We need to chase them out in this country, in this land. But now you are here protesting that she's not a that she's right. She don't need to identify as Igbo. This is something you did with Chukwuma Zogo. That Chukwuma Zogo is not Igbo. Okay, he's an Igbo when he committed something, but when it comes to identifying that he identified himself as an Igbo, it becomes a problem. You don't want that at all. So Diana said there is a very big bad diversity in Nigeria where the people that erect the innovation and the progress are in power and position what to expect. They are very sad indeed. That is very sad indeed. You saw what they said again. Chase who out if you are a law-abiding citizen. Who is chasing who out? And you are okay. You are in Mercury when Oba of Lagos said that if people did not vote, they will send them to is it Lagoon? I think he said something like they chased them out. If you can remember that, if you don't remember that, then go and research about it. Just concluded the election. What happened in the Lagos State? Why don't you see what happened to Igbo businesses? Is that a coincidence? So I don't want. Do you really think that some people from Cross River are not victim of those things that happen in Lagos State? If I ask you now, you tell me no because it's illegal structure, right? Estate is illegal structure. I beg. Let me continue what I'm doing.
Let me give Jibril a chance, please.
Let me take us back to the job issue. Like my brother pointed out that some data are collected to sideline some people from some ethnic groups in a tribalistic way. If you look at the whole thing, the concept is not true. They are trying to extract data to make sure that you have the presence of so tribe in so place, because the Federal Character Commission has an act that ensures that everyone is well represented in every government agency and parasata.
So yes, that's what it appears to be, but that's not what it is. Because then they look at, I'll say something, and I won't go into details. I applied for a scholarship, and I got a phone call. They asked me, where are you from? Your name is this, you applied for that. I'm like, yes. Where are you from? And I said, Bayelsa State. And the person was like, okay, thank you. I'm like, is that it? And I did not get that scholarship. I later heard that they wanted, more of Igbos, more of Yoruba. They were trying to dilly-dally, and that was why I lost it. So most times it is not because they want to use it and make a balance. It's because they want to take you out.
Okay. So,
now, the same girl that said this thing now, remember she said something earlier that she said that we should not, that she don't blame government. That is us, like people, ordinary people that need to change their mentality and their behavior. But here, she's not telling you her experience, in government-related application that she wants a scholarship. And immediately she says from Bayelsa, the body language changed. And the same girl said before that you should not blame government. I hope you understand what I'm saying. In the same video, she said that we should not blame government for this tribal issue, that you should blame individual, that this is just personal, kind of is a people's choice. People need to change their way of reasoning and understanding and all that. Here, she's not telling you her own life experience that she applied for a scholarship. Immediately they noticed that she's from Bayelsa, the body language and tone changed. Do you understand it now? So you see what I'm saying, that some of them are not consistent.
I really am seriously enjoying the enthusiasm of this debate. We really need to come to a wrap-up and talk about some solutions. We all see how tribalism is affecting us in different ways. How do we stop it?
I think, just like everything we've been saying, individualism. Let's all see ourselves as individuals. Let's all see ourselves as people. Let's all see ourselves as humans. Before we start looking at tribe, I'm from here, I'm from there. That is the first place to start from.
I believe that spirit of nationalism should be highly upheld. Government has a part to play. religious leaders have a part to play as well as traditional leaders. That's the way forward.
Okay, in addition to being humane and kind, which is very, very important, I will still keep hammering on education. Because if you're well educated and if you know, like if you have certain information, you will not misconstrue things that are not supposed to be misconstrued.
I think we have a lot of work to do in our rural communities. The classes that happen are in the rural area, so the message needs to be driven down to those levels.
Okay, Ifeanyi.
Yeah, so I think it still boils down to the government. If the government is actively
So he believed different things from what the Bayelsa girl believed. He is now telling you that the government should. This guy believes that the government should be the one to step up. Do you understand? But both of them are not. To me, both of them are not the answer. The answer is division. Everybody should go their way with your ideology, with your system, with your whatever you think that you have. Go and build your place. Stop disturbing other people with your ideology and your culture. That's the way to go. That's how others have done it. We cannot start, forcing something that people are not using. We cannot do that at all. I have to round up the program. I need to appreciate the presence of Yoruba for life. I think you have done a very good comment in this program, and others should read your comment, especially this Deji. Go and learn from your brother, this Yoruba for life. He knows what he's saying. Read his comment, you understand that he knows what he's saying. Unlike you are neither cold or hot. And when you read the comment of this guy, you understand that whatever he's saying here is actually the facts, nothing but the truth. Okay, let me summarize it. We have tried in the program. I think that is where we are going to end it now, because we have spent almost more than 1 hour in this. In this, we are not one. We can never be one. God bless you, my brother. That is just the fact. You stated it the way it is. I know it's painful to some of them, but what you said is true. What you said is true. What you said is actually true. That's just the fact. So guys, we are going to know you are biased, and Yoruba for life is probably from Southeast. Diana is in the program. Diana is also a Duduwa sister. And you want to give also, some of you, when somebody says Yoruba for life is from Southeast. So Southeast is your problem. I understand. Okay, no problem. You have right, to your opinion. There are all individual interests in the country where cow is more valuable than human being. Nigeria is not one. Just know who you are. Thanks. Deji, you see that Diana is your sister, so is your sister, and she knows what he's saying. You see, like I told you before, in Igbo tribe, in Igbo nation, we have a lot of people who don't even know their left or right. People who think that the best way to go. In fact, they are unable to remember what happened just yesterday. They can't recall what happened yesterday. So whenever the same problem reoccurred again in their life, they cannot, pick it out, figure it out and say, wow, I witnessed this yesterday and this is what happened, for them to know what to do. So just don't bring all this kind of sentiment. If you want to progress, tell yourself the truth. Don't lie to yourself, because when you are pretending that you know what you are doing, you are making a very big mistake. Nigerian can never work, and it does not mean that people that make up Nigerian are evil. That's not what it means. It does not mean. You see, Fulani people. If Fulani people happen to be on their own, for example, do you really think they will have time creating bandits and all this that happen? They will not do that. They will focus on themselves. They will focus on their progress. That is how it should be. Like Yoruba people, Oduduwa people are not, they are not wayward. You know now. You know what Yoruba people can do. You know. So I don't need to start here. I don't need to start preaching to you, preaching something that is not factual. We all know what Oduduwa people can do. Do you understand? So it's not that they will start begging for food, they will not stand on their feet. It's not true. It's not true. Yoruba people have in fact, more than what it takes to be on that or to be a country. The same thing that they did to Igbo people is the same thing that they did to Yoruba as well. That is why you know the tribe in Benin Republic. Yorubas are living there, and from Yoruba to Benin is a stone throw, right? So let's not pretend that we have a solution when we have other solution when we can see the solution and the way to go. It's standing on our face. You are just a tribalistic. So I'm not a tribalistic by telling because I told you the truth. No problem. No problem. You have, like I said, I respect your opinion. No problem. You can say what you want to say, but I cannot stop thanking Yoruba for life. Read his comment. You understand what he's saying. You know that he knows what he's saying. Do you understand? And that is a way. That is how to build yourself. Now you are pushing. You are not tagging him as that he's from Southeast. Even if from South, I wish that he's from Southeast because he's reasonable. I pray that he's from Southeast. He's reasonable. Do you really think that I don't like him to be from Southeast? If you mean to insult me by saying that, in fact, that is a very good insult. You understand? But I'm sure that he knows your history. Since you think that he's not Yoruba, he knows Yoruba more than you do. He knows very well. And Diana is here. Diana is one of us, and we are not here to, say something that will make you feel good, because no. I'm not the type. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your presence. See you again. We are going to be live probably later in the night. See you then. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye, guys.